Hi there. Well, after yesterday's Jaco Pastorius bass freak out, I figured maybe I'd better get to work on some other stuff. So, I have been recording organ, quite a lot of organ, and some bass. The last time I think I played this thing for you guys, I had used this guy, the Elka, to kind of get some rough ideas. And I also had played a little bit of bass with this guy, of course, and those guys right there. But I wasn't happy with the bass. It was like there was, I don't know, it just sort of went along with everything else that was going on, and there was just no tension involved. And clearly, I wanted to use the Allen, this guy, because this thing is a monster. So I did. And to explain what I've done here is it's a 12-tone progression, and the one of the 12 tones always lands on B. There are rhythmically, each time I go through those 12 notes, rhythmically it changes. So it's never the same. The notes are always in the same order, but the duration of those notes is changed. So there's a lot of half steps, minor seconds, and what I decided to do is, and it's just a rough bass recording, regrettably, but that's okay. I'll track the real thing tomorrow. I actually this guy right here, it's an awesome machine, but it's just taken me a long time to figure out how to use it correctly, and I only just figured out how to lower the input volume on it. And now it's much better. I can actually, like for instance, crank the bass, because it's not cranked on this recording. It sounds like it is, but it's not. And I want to move some air. So, anyways, this is what I've done, and bear in mind the way every time I hit that B on the bass, the following note on the organ is a C, so it's a minor second. The following note after that is a C sharp, so that's a second. And those are, I mean, if you want to build tension, man, minor seconds, those guys, they'll do the trick for sure. And that's the whole point of what I'm wanting to get across with this part is I want a lot of tension. So here's what I got. Oh, something else I better say. This sounds so much better than what you're getting over the my iPhone. But I think you'll be able to get the idea pretty easily. Okay, here we go. So now we're into the Allen organ. All right. So you kind of get it. I mean, I'm guessing if anybody's watching this thing, you kind of get it. Oh, here, I should probably point this out. On the waveform right here, this is the original idea that I had. Usually when I get started on something, I'll like record a scratch, and in this part right here, it's only bass, but it has sort of the germ of the whole thing. As a matter of fact, the third and final part is also in that bass line. I just haven't put it up there yet. This is only two tracks, stereo organ, and then stereo bass, which I just hit one note and punched it in, or pasted it. But tomorrow I'm going to do the right thing and actually play it the way it ought to be played. And I'm also going to be doubling things with, I'll double the bass, I think with, I think I'll be using this reed organ to double the bass, but I haven't figured out what interval I want to use for that. I'll be messing around with that. Another thing I have to mention is today's the anniversary of my father's death, and man, I think about him a lot. I have very, very mixed emotions about my father, but I do think about him often, and today I've been thinking about him a lot. And I wanted to show you something, actually, that kind of makes me think of my dad. This is a... Oh, fuck, I hope this phone doesn't die. This is a copy, an old copy. It's about, I guess, 130 years old, maybe a little longer. Leather-bound copy of Dante's Inferno, illustrated by Gustave Doré. And my dad introduced me to Dor's woodblock prints, which are really astounding. Anyways, this is a pretty neat book. It's kind of falling apart, but I still love it. But this particular print it just reminds me very much of my father, and it's God, it's just so gorgeous. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, but now is the day departing. I mean, God, it's so beautiful. And this is my very first pair of shoes. My grandparents gave this to me. My grandfather was a cowboy, a real one. Anyways, those are what I wore. All right, everybody, stay sheltered and don't catch any diseases. Oh, another thing I gotta say is I know he's not gonna watch any of these, but Jeff Belisle, buddy, I'm thinking of you, man. I am really thinking of you. Get better. I love you, dude. I hate saying dude. I'm sorry. Love you, Jeff. Bye.